Hey guys, how's it going? ATF here. Well, I have a new review for you today, and it's a knife by my favorite company ever, Benchmade. And as you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about the Benchmade 745 Mini Dejavoo. Sweet little knife, and it's obviously the smaller version of the 740, which is the Dejavoo. Appropriately titled. This one is the Mini Dejavoo. So let's just get right to the specs, so I don't ramble. This thing here has a 3.2-inch blade, which equates to 8.43 centimeters for my European and other metric folks. The blade material, as you can see there, is S30V, and it is a Bob Lum design. Kind of has that typical Bob Lum leaf-style blade. Leaf-shaped blade, excuse me. The closed length is 4.42 inches, which that equates to 11.23 centimeters. So it's not too big in the pocket, but it's also not too small that it's like, oh, where's my knife? Perfect size. The handle material is a contoured G10. Kind of see how it's nice and contoured and curved as opposed to usual G10 that's just kind of flat. It's got this little dip in the handle on both sides. I think it's more aesthetic than anything. Doesn't really help with the grip too much. The different screw types you see here, those two are T6s, T6 as well. The pocket clips are T6, but the pivot is a T8. And by T, I mean Torx. For those of you who did not know that, these are all Torx screws. The overall length here is 7.69 inches, which again for the metric folks equals 19.5 centimeters. The opening mechanism is a thumb hole, as you've probably seen. Come on. Get into focus. Anyways, even with these mechanics gloves on, it's still very operable. And so imagine if you didn't have the gloves on, it would be even easier. The locking mechanism is a liner lock. And I read on Benchmade's site that these are titanium liners. Or at least the locking one is titanium. Not sure about the other one. But I would guess that both are titanium, which keeps the weight down a bit. The weight of the Mini Dejavoo is not too shabby. Only 3.5 ounces, which is just under 100 grams. So very nice pocketable knife. Again, not too big and not too heavy. Just right. Kind of a Goldilocks knife, if you will. The origin of this knife, if we can get into focus. Look at the between the butterfly's wings, USA, and then under that it says the model of the knife, 745. Sorry for the darkness. The price, well, here's the thing. These things are discontinued now. They were just a standard blue class Benchmade knife, but these are now discontinued, so the prices have gone up a bit. You can probably get the mini and or full size for about, I'm gonna say $150 to $225. If you're paying more than $300, you're probably getting ripped off, I would say. Now, time for my rambling. There were all the specifications. Not much rambling, but so my opinion on that leaf-shaped blade, I like it. It's very EDC friendly. It's got a nice kind of stab ability. Not stability, stab ability. But it's also got that nice curve, so it's just a great slicer as well. And it's a very high grind. I forgot what Benchmade called it, but it's a very high grind, so it's a very smooth, clean cutter. The handle shape as well is very nice, very ergonomic. I feel sometimes the liner kind of bites into my finger. Of course, I can't feel that now, but that's probably one of the downsides, is sometimes you can feel that. The pocket clip is not reversible. It's, I think, one of the only knives I've ever seen that has one and only one position, and as you can see, that is right side tip down, which not quite sure why they did that, but I guess it's okay. The pocket clip shape is very nice and symmetrical, rather low riding too. You can kind of see there only, oh, I guess I gotta put my hand in the background. Only, let me look at it off camera for a second. Maybe 1/8 of an inch of the knife is sticking up. So very, very little. Sorry folks, I did not do the metric conversion for 1/8 of an inch. But yeah, it's very, very little. And it's also got a nice tension. It's like, I love Benchmade clips. They just always seem to have the perfect tension, and this one is no exception. It's great. The deployment speed, as you kind of saw earlier, even with the gloves, is perfecto. Just super smooth. I lubed it up with some 3-in-1, and now it is just probably my quickest knife. It's just amazing. And it's smooth too. It's not, let's see, where's the microphone on this thing? I think it's in the front. You hear this? Yeah, exactly. It's freaking smooth. Hopefully you couldn't hear anything. It is just, I mean, I'm putting it next to my ear, and I mean, really, it just sounds like a piece of metal sliding in between two pieces of velvet or something. I mean, it's just incredible. Oh, stupid dog. And that's the way it feels too. It's just so smooth. Probably one of the smoothest knives I have ever handled. Kind of going along with the lines of what I said before, for EDC, this thing is just a great knife. Unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to be paying a little more for this knife since it's discontinued, but if you can manage to get one, it's a great EDC knife. As I said, not too big, not too wide, not too heavy, great blade shape, smooth. I mean, I really don't know what cons there are about this knife. I guess besides the liner kind of biting into the finger. Oh, and this also has a slight bit, you might be able to hear that, of blade play. Which I'm sure I could fix if I maybe sanded down that liner, but I don't want to, you know, mess with the knife. So, but there it is. This is the Benchmade 745 Mini Dejavoo. Feel free to ask me any questions, or feel free to leave comments down below. Alright guys, you take care. This is ATF, and I'm out.